What's going on, football fans? Just wanted to make another quick video as the Giants, I thought, picked up two interesting free agents. One in particular I think could potentially have some impact on this year's roster if he's able to crack the team. The first guy I'll speak on is Austin Droogsma, I believe it is, out of Florida State. Now, what's interesting about Droogsma is he's an offensive guard, so he's going to add some depth potentially to the Hog Mollies. Of course, we know Dave Gettleman's always looking for that. Now, I don't expect Droogsma to ever start. They're very strong at the guard position specifically, obviously with last year's second-round selection in Will Hernandez. And, of course, we brought in Zeitler this year. So we're very strong at the guard position. I guess it's always possible you could shift possibly Zeitler to the tackle, but I think his best position is the guard. This is a depth move. They signed him with a 3-year contract. He's making about $500,000 a year. And I think it just adds some depth there to the offensive line. He stands at 6'4", 345 pounds out of Florida State. But what's really interesting about this kid, he was a very good high school football player, but he always had a dream of being in the Olympics. So he actually took a scholarship at Florida State to do shot put rather than play football. So he has not played football since high school. And he says he has dreams about playing in the 2020 Olympics. So, you know, very interesting story there. Again, I don't expect him to be a high-impact player for the Giants. I think he's a depth player, a guy that's going to be a backup guard that, if he cracks the roster, that, could add some depth to that offensive line. But the guy that I was actually pretty excited about, because I've seen this guy play college football. I'm actually a big Notre Dame fan, and I remember streaming the game when they played Syracuse, and that's Eric Dungey. Eric Dungey's a quarterback, but everything you're reading says that they think he's going to be that Taysom Hill-like player for the New Orleans Saints, of course, if he makes the team. And he's a very good football player. And I remember watching that game. I remember watching highlights on him. And he got hurt in that game. Early in the game, they had to bring in the backup quarterback. I think his name was DeVito. And, they got blown out. But this kid can play. And I think I could see him fulfilling that Taysom Hill role. So it's going to be very interesting to see if he cracks the roster and maybe adds an extra dynamic to the Giants offense next year. We all know, as Giants fans, we saw what Hill did for the Saints last year when the Saints played the Giants. He tore us up with those RPOs, and I think he had a fake punt play where he faked us out. So Taysom Hill was a big part of that Saints offense last year, and it would be interesting, as the NFL's evolving, maybe the Giants copy that footprint. He has almost the same exact measurables. He's the same height, same weight, very athletic, much like Hill. And he actually came into rookie training camp listed as both a quarterback and tight end. So they may plan to play him at the tight end spot as well as a backup quarterback or a guy, in certain sets like they do with Taysom Hill at the New Orleans Saints. But I just thought that was an interesting prospect that the Giants brought in that may add a little extra something to the offense. As always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Cheers.